A man goes around California stabbing as many or a bunch of random people, seemingly for no reason. I think he might have robbed a couple, but I mean, for the most part, it was a senseless attack. Now, after this happens, a lot of people who very strong belief in the Second Amendment, which is a lot of America. Not everybody owns guns. Very few people comparatively conceal carry. However, a lot of people do strongly believe in the Second Amendment. Now, the big issue is they see this guy. He goes around and he doesn't kill all these people at once. He takes his time. I think it was over 6 hours, if I didn't say that. But the thing is, people are saying, "Oh, okay, now they're going to want to ban knives," or they're joking and saying like, "Oh, you got to stop these assault knives," or you gotta get these high capacity knives and stuff like that. Basically, comparing knives to guns because even though there were a lot of problem or people who casualties in these shootings in Ohio and Texas. There was another mass shooting a week before that in Gilroy, and this guy killed more people than the Gilroy mass shooter. Now, he did do it in a smaller amount of time, but it was also harder to catch him. It all depends on the tactic. If you want to hurt a lot of people, you can hurt a lot of people. The weapon does not matter, especially when it comes to this senseless type of violence, right? Now, a particular weapon can be more proficient if you want, like, depending on whom or how or why you want to kill a particular person or what your motive is. But when you just want senseless violence, yeah, it is possible that a gun is a lot more efficient than just running around stabbing people with knives. But that's in an insane maniac type of shooting. What happens when you have a serial killer? What happens when you have somebody who is willing to take their time? What happens when you have somebody who decides to use a bomb instead of a gun? What happens when you have somebody who's willing to use a car instead of a gun? If you want that kind of stuff to happen, you can make it happen. And I hope nobody wants that kind of stuff to happen. But there's not, that's, taking away one particular tool isn't any way to prevent it. It's just a prevent, like, that's why they always specifically use the word shooting, right? Mass shooting, gun violence. They use specific words because if they say violence in general, if they talk about assaults in general, then it makes it look like guns are a good thing. It's just all in the wording, all in the way things make sense. People, a gun is if everybody's allowed to have the same, gun's not only a good balancer with people, right? Equalizer with people and crime, it's a good equalizer with uh, government and people. And when you see how crazy the government is going, uh, I don't understand why anybody would want to be like, oh yeah, we should get rid of guns. I just don't understand it. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to this thought, and I hope I catch you later.